Today I'm ordering one of the most deadly fish that you can possibly buy off the internet. This fish is so dangerous that it could actually kill me if I'm not careful while handling it. Now I have bought a ton of crazy, rare, strange looking sea creatures in the past, like hairy anglerfish, guitar rays, and even alien looking cuttlefish. But we've never gotten anything truly deadly before. So that had me thinking, what is the world's deadliest fish? And to my surprise, I found out it's actually the stonefish. You would think it'd be like a great white or something, but no, it turns out to be a little tiny camouflaged fish that lives in the rocks. So I wanted to find out more information on these fish, so I started researching where they're located. And oh, they're found in Florida, exactly where I live. Which made me quickly realize that what I've been calling a rockfish all these years is actually a deadly stonefish, and I'm 99% sure I've swam right up to one of these guys before. So I started scouring the internet in search of how I can get my hands on one of these fish, but every stonefish I came across was sold out. We've got to find ourselves a stonefish. All of them have been sold out, including the first one I found right here for 120 bucks. This one looks really cool, really dang close to the one I saw while we were swimming. It's almost exactly to the T, only 120 bucks, but it's sold out. This one looks really weird, really strange, but still, once again, another sold out stonefish. This one, only 99 bucks. Still have not been able to find one. We're sorry, this is currently out of stock. This website is super sketch. This one literally looks like Craigslist for fish, but this site has some really weird stuff. A bearded ghoul, a crocodile whitefish. I've never seen one of those before. Let's just click on it just to see if we can find any more information. Oh, you can't even, there's not even a page to click on, guys. Not even a page to click on. Okay, that's fine. Fu Manchu lionfish. This one looks so weird. That's a really cool looking lionfish. Here's the crocodile fish. I zoomed in a little bit for you. But a ton of different venomous and dangerous fish on this website. So lionfish, the crocodile fish, ton of different lionfish, scorpion fish, and here is our stonefish right here. Look at that thing. That is so scary looking. But once again, on this site, it doesn't even seem to be working. You can't even buy one on this site. This is even more weird. This says freshwater stonefish. I didn't even know you can have a freshwater stonefish. Let me know in the comments, is this even a real thing? A freshwater stonefish. Out of stock. Once again, 3 inches in length. Look at this one right here. This is a barrier reef stonefish. Out of stock again. Barrier reef stonefish are not reef safe and will hunt small fish, crustaceans, and anything they can fit inside their mouths. We have had no luck finding a stonefish. I'm not sure if we're ever gonna be able to get one. I was super defeated and I didn't know how I was gonna be able to get one of these fish, but then I thought, well, if I can't buy one, maybe I can try to catch one. I have seen them before at my local inlet, so I got my fishing pole, loaded up the truck, and headed to my fishing spot. The problem with this spot is that it is infested with sergeant major fish. It was almost impossible to get my bait down to the bottom where a stonefish would be living. So, well, this was gonna be a lot harder than I thought. Catching a stonefish, that's a 1 in a million. Tiny piece of shrimp on a tiny little hook. If there's gonna be a stonefish, it's gonna be in this area. Hence all the stones at this spot, all the rocks at this spot. That's where the stonefish like to hang out, deep on the floor with those rocks. We have a chance to catch one so we don't have to order one. I think we got a nibble here. Oh, we lost one. That could have been the stonefish. Man, I am getting absolutely destroyed. The bait can't even hit the bottom. My fish is stuck in the camera. There we go. We got one. This is not the stonefish. Sadly, you gotta weed through all of the sergeant majors and these guys to get all the way to those rocks. This right here being a spot, these guys are everywhere. This is the protectors of the rocks. So anything hits the water, these guys and the sergeant majors will eat that bait first before it gets down to the rocks. So it's definitely a challenge to get down to that rocky area to actually target those stonefish. All right, buddy, go back home. Tell your friends to leave my bait alone so I can catch some stonefish. Come on, Mr. Stonefish, get down to the bottom. Get that bait down to the bottom. I'm almost there. If I can get this bait down, I know I can catch a stonefish. Oh, what do we got? Not a spot, but another piranha. Look at this little microfish. Not a sergeant major, but a super small yellow striped grunt. And this is the size I love catching these guys at. But the sad thing is, these guys are joining in on the fun and eating my bait before it hits the bottom. So these guys are also a problem. And catching a stonefish might be a lot harder than we thought. Whoa. All right, little man, go swim back to your piranha friends. After fishing for about an hour, I've got no luck getting that bait down to the bottom. All sergeant majors, spots, and grunts. And when I looked down at one point, I thought I saw a stonefish swimming around, but it turned out to just be one of those big giant blennies that we always catch. So I think I can finally say it's gonna be too hard to actually catch a stonefish. So I went back to the drawing board because I realized a stonefish is just gonna be too hard to catch and they're impossible to find on the internet. So that had me thinking, what other saltwater fish are out there that are deadly that could also go in my saltwater pond that we can buy and keep as a pet? There's obviously some well-known ones like sharks, electric eels, even lionfish can be really hard to handle, but I need something a little bit more risky. That's when I came across the toadfish. The toadfish is packed with a neurotoxin so powerful that even the tiniest amount could be deadly. It has venom that can paralyze muscles, stop breathing, and even lead to death. This fish uses its toxic spines to defend itself from predators, so any slip up here and I'm risking my life. Dude, look at this leopard toadfish. That is so cool. This is the one we want to get, a leopard toadfish. This looks like it might be in freshwater too. It doesn't look like a saltwater tank, but that is one of the coolest fish I've ever seen. Look at that, he just pounces on that shrimp. He's got great coloring and spots. We might need to search for one of these guys for the pond. I need to research if they're even saltwater or freshwater. That is one really cool fish. There's also orange toadfish like this guy right here. That's really cool. I think we've had one of these guys way back in the past, like a long time ago. Pretty sure we had an orange toadfish and he was a savage. He would eat anything that went into the tank. I'm pretty sure we got a baby eel for that tank as well. And I think he swallowed the baby eel. These things are ruthless. Versus lionfish. This should be interesting. I want to see if anything happens here. There's the toadfish hiding in that rock, hiding in that little cave right there. We're gonna see if it can really eat a lionfish. I know toadfish, I'm not sure how big they do really get. This guy seems to be pretty big, and apparently he eats a lionfish. Let's find out. Okay, so the lionfish is a carcass. Someone speared the lionfish with a spear pole, and now they're gonna try to push it over to the toadfish to actually feed it. I just wonder how big this toadfish actually is. There's no way it's that big. Oh my God, you can see the lionfish is moving because the toadfish is grabbing it from the back. Is that serious? Is that real right there? That is nuts. Oh my God, he's shaking it up. So that lionfish is already done. He's already dead. He's been speared and now there's something grabbing it from the back. There's no way. Oh, that toadfish is actually pretty big. If that's his eye in the back there, that toadfish is actually decently big. Dude, that toadfish is actually huge. Look at the freaking size of that thing. His head's gotta be like as big as my phone, at least. That thing is a monster. That is one scary fish. If we get a toadfish, that's how big we gotta get it. We just gotta get it massive. Maybe we'll go catch some lionfish out here in Florida and come back and feed it to them, just like this video. And look at that, this is the end of the video. He took that entire lionfish carcass all the way into his cave, and I'm sure he's really gonna enjoy munching on that thing. How about this toadfish right here? So this is a feeding video. Oh my God, that's so badass. That's just a dead shrimp. So that's good news. They eat live and dead, which is really good. Here's like a slow motion. That is so sick. Now this is slowed down 5 times. Let's see. Let's see how lightning fast this thing is. He sees that shrimp float down to the bottom. Right when it hits the ground, he comes out and just pounces on that. That is crazy. I love this thing. That's a savage looking fish. That is a creepy looking fish right there. Okay, one more video, I gotta see this. It looks like a lot of people, this doesn't look like a tank, this looks like a reef. A lot of people, okay, this must be the same guy because that looks like a lionfish, little piece of meat. I guess they just feed them when they spear fish. If they find them, they feed them. This toadfish though, does not look normal. This doesn't look like an oyster toadfish like from Florida. This one looks spotted and really strange looking. He's like black with white dots. But look at that thing. That thing looks like an anaconda coming out of a hole. That's a giant. So look at the spear gun compared to the toadfish's head there. That's a big toadfish. That's a really big one, dude. Damn, this guy got that toadfish to come all the way out of his cave. What a beast. Is he gonna eat it though? Look at that thing. Oh my God, that is a sick fish. Oh, look at the yellowtail snapper right next to him there. That is so cool. That thing better watch out because that toadfish is probably coming for him. That is what we need to get for our ponds here. We need a toadfish like this big. We're probably gonna have to upgrade our pond, but having one that big would be so cool. Now that I made up my mind of what kind of fish I'm gonna buy, it was time to find an online store to sell me one. And while I was scrolling through a ton of different fish stores, I came across some sea creatures that I just could not resist buying. So instead of just buying one toadfish, we're gonna buy a whole bunch of fish and do one big giant sea creature unboxing in this video. This big eye black bar soldier fish, that's a really weird fish, and that's really cool. There's also another one right here, but you can see the soldier fish, they're pretty weird because they have a giant eye. We've had one of these guys before in a tank, and he would eat immediately right when shrimp hit the water. So a really cool fish to have. We always have to look at anglerfish. They always have the same one, the assorted anglerfish. That's not the one we're looking for. Actually, no, none of these are in stock. The one we're looking for is the specialty ones, like the wart skin angler right here, the yellow and pink one, that is a really cool angler. The tiger colored angler is really cool. We haven't had one of those. We've had the sargassum angler, we have the red and orange angler. We're looking for the long-haired angler, and I would take a wart skin and one of the striped ones here. For sure. Batfish, on the other hand, are really cool. Once again, not in stock. All the cool stuff is never in stock. The big, bright orange batfish is super cool, and they are awesome fish to own. This is a really cool fish, though. We've never had one of these before. This might be a targeted species we might buy for the community tank. Well, I found some stuff that I definitely want to buy along with our venomous toadfish. So I'm gonna lock all those in, hit that order button, and get our package. So I placed my order, and now I just wait. We've got our box full of fish. A lot smaller of a box than I really thought it would be. So without further ado, let's just get right into it and start cutting this thing open and seeing what we got. What kind of creatures I ordered online, including that poisonous or venomous toadfish. Here we go. Let's see how this is packaged. It's gonna be nice. Yeah, nice. Let's go, here we go. Gotta be really careful because if I stick my hand in there and get pricked, it's over. Oh my gosh, just one giant bag. Oh, it's okay, it's one giant bag with all the sea creatures inside of the bag. You guys probably can't see, oh, can't show that yet. So let's go ahead and get right into it. We're gonna go the bag inside of the bag inside of the bag is what happened here. So one giant bag for all of our critters. This is harder than opening a safe. All you do is take the sledgehammer and smash it. You gotta be finesse guy. There we go, much better. Yes, sir, we have a giant bag with all of our fish and creatures inside of the giant bag. Whatever that is absolutely massive. Oh my goodness, that is no, okay, let's start with that. Let's go with this guy right here first. This one, I don't even know if this guy can go in the pond. He might need to go in the big pond at the Fish Guy warehouse. This dude is absolutely huge, way bigger than I thought. That is a giant hermit crab right there. That is a monster shell. That is about a 8-inch shell. You can see this thing will eat fish and anything swimming around. I thought he was gonna be way smaller. I thought a giant hermit crab was like that big. The giant hermit crab, hence the name, is the largest hermit crab species with a body length that can reach up to 12 inches, and the claws are often as big or bigger than the crab's body. Hence this guy being so big, that is not a surprising little fact there. And like other hermit crabs, it uses the discarded shells as protection. Due to its large size, it requires super large shells, often from conchs or other sizable mollusks, which can be sometimes hard to find in their environment. Which is why I said right when I pulled him out, this looks like a conch shell. That could be a conch shell that he has taken over and used for cover. They're found primarily in shallow waters of the Caribbean, the West Atlantic, and are sometimes found in coral reefs. Now the problem is with this guy, they're opportunistic feeders and they feed on a variety of different foods, including dead fish, algae, small invertebrates, and its claws allow it to crack open shells to access prey, giving it an advantage over smaller hermit crabs. That's why I mentioned right in the beginning, this guy probably is not gonna be going in either one of these ponds because he's easily gonna be the king of the tank. He's gonna eat our red-booted shrimps, our coral bandits, even our blue lobster. This guy can take down instantly. And the crazy part is, in the wild, these guys can live like several decades long. If they can consistently find suitable shells or a bunch of stuff to eat, and as they grow, they have to find bigger shells. So if they can find that stuff, they can live for a really long time. That's a little crab.
Yeah, there's nothing in there.
There's nothing in here. What the hell? What the hell? There's nothing even in there. It's just a crab in there. Guys, I think I got robbed. I was talking about the giant hermit crab in the bag the whole time and showing you guys clips of like giant hermit crabs because this guy's gonna be hard to come out. We got robbed. There's nothing in here. This is an empty shell. There is something in it, but it is not a giant hermit crab. You guys probably cannot even see in there, but there is literally a standard looking emerald crab, it looks like, in the back of this shell. If we can get him out, that'd be great. What is that? Wait. No, that's the crab.
Wait, that is him.
Are you serious? That's not him. There's no way that's him.
That's him.
You guys gotta be able to see that. Can you see that? Do you see him in there? There's no way that's him.
The other lens.
They said giant hermit crab, but this guy is a micro crab. What the fuck? Seriously.
That's him.
That's not him. That is that looks like an emerald crab. Holy scammed. Holy scam. That's the risk of buying stuff online, dude. Like, I can see him, but I can see him with my eye, but I don't know if you guys can in there. That looks like a literal emerald crab. WTF. That's a WTF.
You can go in your pond.
He can go in my pond, yeah. He's just gonna, like, how is he carrying around this shell? He can't, it's impossible. He's literally this big, and the shell is 5 times the size of his body. Now, because I got scammed, and I thought this guy was actually gonna be a giant hermit crab, we're just gonna put him in the predator pond because he is so small. I don't even think that's a hermit crab, to be honest with you. I think this is a shell, and the person who bagged my fish put a literal emerald crab in it. So, we'll put him right along the sand. Hey, I got a new shell in the tank. At least that's a positive. You always gotta be positive. So, can you imagine? I don't know if you guys saw that little hermit crab inside the shell, but him trying to move that, it's just not possible. It's like me trying to push the Empire State Building. So, good luck, hermit crab. It's an emerald crab, 100%. Let's get into our next bag, a next sea creature that we got. Wow, actually one we can see right here. This is a knobby red starfish. Super cool, not like the ones we buy usually at the store. Usually they're chocolate chip stars, Atlantic stars, which those are cool, but they're kind of green, they get really big. This guy right here is bright red, and he's got knobby for a name for a reason. He's got an extremely distinct appearance, as you can see. He's a red starfish, known for his vibrant red/orange color, looks awesome, and he has those raised dark knobs all over his body, which gives him a spiky look, kind of a spooky look, and that acts as his little defense mechanism. The second creature that's found in shallow, super warm waters in the Indo-Pacific, particularly around coral reefs or seagrass, where all that life is, you're gonna find these guys. And they feed on algae, sponges, and even small invertebrates, ejecting their stomach in order to eat their prey, which is ridiculous. They can also grow up to 12 inches, so pretty big for a starfish, and I'm excited for this guy to go in the pond. I think he's gonna look awesome in there. All right, little dude, this guy is so freaking cool. I mean, he's definitely unique. Usually the starfish we get do not look like this, but the little bumps on him, they give him so much character, and he's gonna thrive in here. We got our sponge, our orange little sponge here, thriving in this pond. Everything's doing great, all the fish. Put him on the rocks, he'll look really good right here. Let's have him go right there. And once he figures out that fine right there, you'll see his body just conform to that rock, and he will glide all up and down that thing. His tentacles are already out, and I'm sure he's already stuck to that thing, but that is just awesome. This is our first starfish we've added to this pond. We have not added any starfish. We've added invertebrates, we added our shrimp, and all of our fish, which are doing great, including the harlequin tusk, who's swimming around over there. He's really still very shy. He eats brine shrimp though, confirmed. And then we got our starfish here. So the pond is getting all of its community members ready to roll. They all look fantastic. Let's go with a fan favorite, and then anytime I see them on there, I have to just buy them because they're so funny, they're so cool, unique, and prehistoric. This is a little tiny horseshoe crab. Look at that guy, he's so freaking small. He's adorable. These guys get massive, but they're one of my favorite invertebrates to keep because they've been around forever, and they swim around and walk around the tank in the best way possible. Just floating along, being upside down. Eventually they flip over, just like he did right there. He just flipped over, but they are one of the coolest things to ever live. They are literally an ancient species existing over 450 million years, even before dinosaurs walked the earth. And despite their name, the horseshoe crab isn't true crab. They're more closely related to spiders and scorpions. They're the saltwater version of a scorpion. And they also have a very unique and important blood. They actually have blue blood. And the cool thing about their blood is that not only is it blue, but it's been crucial in developing like medicines and vaccines. These guys are really important. They have really cool DNA in there that's helped humanity. So shout out to the horseshoe crab. They also grow to be really big, like insanely big. We've caught big ones before, and I have not seen one that big since then, but they get absolutely massive. And another really cool thing is they have up to 10 eyeballs. How is that possible? How is that possible? I see 2 eyeballs, but 10? It's kind of overkill. So an awesome addition to the pond. They can also stay out of water for like a super long period of time. I don't know why, but they can crawl along the beach, crawl along the land. It's really cool. I think on the west coast of Florida, they're all over the place. So a great addition for the saltwater pond. This guy, if you really look at him, he is so freaking creepy. Like, you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of the face huggers, for all you moviegoers out there, the face huggers from Alien. They literally He is exactly a face hugger from Alien. The things that jump on their face, like, an attack. That is him. So I guarantee you the face huggers from Alien were based off of horseshoe crabs. They had to have been because they're exact. I don't know if that's true, but someone check and let me know in the comments, down in the comments. All right, buddy. Later, dude. I love these guys because surprisingly, they love to swim. All the ones that I've gotten in the past, obviously they like to bury in the sand, just like he's doing right now. As soon as he felt that sand, he's digging right into it. But they like to swim around, especially when there's food in the tank. They go nuts over it, start doing backflips and stuff. Right in the sand he goes, just like a stingray would. You can easily step on these guys at the beach because sometimes, or most of the time, they're just like that with their head popped right out of the sand. Now we're almost at the toadfish, but I had to get these two of my favorite starfish in the world. We have a brittle starfish. You want to talk about creepy crawler, octopus-like starfish? Look at that guy right there. That is so cool. Look at that. He's got so many tentacles, just like an octopus, and he is actually a ferocious predator, guys. You will see, once he gets used to the pond and the tank, you drop a piece of shrimp in there, he will crawl out of the rocks and go crazy for shrimp. He's a true carnivore. I love watching him eat. And just like other starfish, they're able to regenerate their lost limbs. So if an arm is damaged or if it's cut off or falls off, whether in transport or at the fish store, they can easily grow that back. And you guys will see, he's not a starfish that's gonna like be along the glass, along the sand. He's one that's gonna bury himself and wedge up underneath the rocks and sit there until he smells food. So they're scavengers. And once they smell like a dead fish or a rotting carcass or shrimp, then they will come out underneath that rock and eat that shrimp and go right back. So this guy, we're not gonna see often until we drop a piece of shrimp in, and he'll be moving around all over the place. So a creepy crawler addition for the pond. One of my favorites, especially this guy, because he's got some awesome colors. He's got like orange tentacles and that deep black body. I cannot wait to see him eat. It's gonna be awesome. This guy is creepy, man. That is a creepy starfish. Look at him. I could just let him crawl all along my arm. That's insane how fast these guys are. Everyone thinks starfish are slow. This guy is speed demoning all the way up my arm. He's in the water now, so he feels comfortable on my hand, but once he goes down on that sand, he should speed right over to that rock. That is such a cool starfish. I love these things. That is a really cool starfish. No, he's actually relaxing. I thought he'd be super quick and just dart away, but he's actually chilling. He looks good there. So I'm sure once he figures it out, he's gonna hide underneath a rock and not be out and about. Kind of like where he's going now. He kind of likes under the crevasse. Yep, he's trying to wedge himself in there. So I'm sure that's where he's gonna be, but when we drop a piece of shrimp in there, I'm telling you guys, it's gonna be like an octopus on full tilt. It's gonna be super cool to see. And then I mentioned the other starfish. So I wanted to get the brittle starfish, but then I also wanted to get the serpent starfish. This guy's really, really small, tiny, but another guy that's similar to the other one who is kind of a predator as well. So he is just like the brittle starfish where he's gonna hide in the rocks, underneath the rocks, and he's also gonna come out like crazy when he smells that shrimp. So this guy might actually go into the mini predator pond because we're gonna start getting a lot of mini predators for that. And this guy is technically pretty small and he's a really mini predator, so he'll go really well in there. They're also kind of nocturnal and they do act as like a cleanup crew for the tank. So any dropped pellets or dropped shrimps, just like the brittle star, he'll come out at night, go around the tank, clean up all that food and go right back under his rock. All right, I'm gonna put this little dude in the mini pond because he'll be our first starfish in the predator pond and he won't get harmed at all. So let's get him on this rock. And I think he'll look good in here. He'll fit in well. He'll fit in well with the angler. And he'll fit in well when we unbox our toadfish, who I'm gonna be putting in here as well. So a little serpent star, look at him, going right into that hole. That's where they like to hide. And in the little caves and the small stuff, they do not like to be out and about. He looks awesome in this pond. Now we are on to the dangerous fish in the box. So we got some pretty creepy stuff. I did want to make it like a theme. We got the creepy starfish, we got the horseshoe crabs, we got the giant hermit crab, which was not a giant hermit crab, a giant hermit crab. We got our poisonous or venomous fish coming up right here, the toadfish that I sadly cannot hold. So we're gonna have to try to get some cool shots of him in the bag. So here's our toadfish. I haven't taken a good look at him yet, I just saw him briefly. But that guy, look at that. Okay, grabbing the bag, turning the bag, look at how freaking cool that thing is. That is such a cool looking fish. You wanna talk about strange fish, weird fish? It's this guy right here. Now I know this isn't the stonefish we were hunting for, and we gotta keep our eyes peeled for him. So if you guys do want me to get that stonefish, if this video gets like 5,000 likes, I will know you guys wanna see that and we'll go ahead and buy one. I was scared to like grab him. He's definitely double bagged, but look at how gnarly that is. You can see those top spikes on him. He's got those spikes all along him. He honestly looks like a bichir or even like a really light brown snakehead is what he looks like. That is freaking wild. It's insane to think that this guy right here can cause that much damage just from a little drop of his venom on his spines there. That is just insane to think about, and how that's such a good defense mechanism for these guys that they end up living a long time. Now toadfish, I don't know if we're gonna hear it, but they're known for their distinctive like grunting or humming sounds, similar to like a yellow striped grunt. So if you pick him up out of the water, he's gonna start grunting. They also use that to defend their territory. So if you hear that, you do not wanna go near that. And especially with his like kind of a flat body and molted skin, they're excellent at blending in with their surroundings along the ocean floor or in the rocks. So that camouflage helps them be the ambush predator that they are. So they can ambush that prey and still hide from those bigger fish that are looking to eat them. They're also primarily living on the bottom of the ocean. So they're gonna sit in those rocks or along the sand and the muddy areas, and they hide in those little crevices in the rocks. Everything we've really gotten today is all ambush predators, little hiders. They hide, and when they smell that fish, they'll come out and eat them. They have super strong jaws and teeth that they can crush hard and make them effective predators in their habitat. So this guy is definitely a true predator, and I think he's gonna be perfect in the predator mini pond. All right, our venomous fish right here. He is super territorial, or not territorial, he's super defensive right now. So watch, if I put this net over here to him, right up against him here to scoop him up, he might nip at it. He does not enjoy the GoPro in his face at all. And he is definitely a mean guy. Look at that thing, that is just crazy. That is crazy, that is awesome. I love this guy. I love this guy. Well, he's gonna enjoy his new hermit crab friends, because he's got a giant hermit crab to hang out with now. So the predator pond gets its second predator, and maybe we can feed him some live shrimp. Come on, buddy, swim out the other way. I'm letting him take his time. I don't really wanna get him angry. There he goes, that thing is cool. Look at him, sitting along the sand there, inside the rock. That is why you gotta be careful. He almost blends right into that sand. That's insane. I freaking love this guy. We definitely are gonna need a name for not only our horseshoe crab, but also our toadfish. Look at him, he's burying himself. He's completely burying. So there goes the times of me picking up the rocks and searching for the anglerfish and everything. We can't do that anymore. This guy is gonna not allow us to do that, because God forbid he's in the rock, or just like how he is now, up in the sand like that. Look at his head peeking out. He's gonna be a great eater, and I'm sure he's gonna get used to me really quickly, but we can't be putting our hands in here anymore, because one prick, and man, that would really hurt. Now remember, if you guys do want me to try to get a stonefish for this pond, I wanna make this little mini pond, this little predator pond, the deadliest pond on YouTube. So if you guys want me to get a stonefish for it, remember to drop a like. At 5,000 likes, I will get that. If you haven't seen me order fish off the worst rated websites, it was super fun and an awesome video. So click right here to go watch, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.